Hello and welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Adirayo Senami. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered a 2-week total lockdown of Kano State with immediate effect. President Buhari gave the instruction in a national broadcast on Monday. He said the federal government will deploy all necessary human, material and technical resources to help the state contain the pandemic to prevent a spillover to other states.
With regards to Kano, I have directed the enforcement of a total lockdown for a period of 2 weeks effective immediately. The federal government shall deploy all the necessary human, material and technical resources to support the state in controlling and containing the pandemic and preventing the risk of further spread to neighboring states.
The Nigeria Center for Disease Control on Monday confirmed 64 new cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria, 34 in Lagos, 15 in the Federal Capital Territory, 11 in Borno, and 2 each in Taraba and Gombe. As of 11:20 p.m., 27th April 2020, there are now 1,337 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria. 255 have been discharged, 40 deaths recorded. Mohammed Abubakar, the son of Nigeria's former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, has recovered from COVID-19 after testing negative twice. Atiku Abubakar said he received news from Abuja Isolation Center that his son, who had been receiving treatment at the Abuja Isolation Center since the 22nd of March, is to be discharged. In Nigeria's northeast, Governor Darius Ishaku of Taraba State on Monday confirmed 2 new cases of coronavirus in the state, bringing its total number of cases to 8. The governor disclosed that the 2 positive coronavirus test results came from a group who had already been quarantined at the NYC orientation camp near Jalingo. He urged citizens not to panic over the number of cases recorded in Taraba. And still on the pandemic, the Lagos State Ministry of Health this Monday said an Indian national and 14 Nigerians have been discharged from the isolation centers where they were receiving treatment for COVID-19. According to the ministry, the patients, 11 females and 4 males, were discharged from the Yaba and Onikon isolation centers after testing negative twice for coronavirus. The number of cases successfully managed to full recovery in Lagos State now stands at 138. We'll take a short break now. When we return, as countries around the world ease lockdown measures, the World Health Organization warns that the coronavirus pandemic is far from over. Details coming shortly. Stay tuned.
What do I do if my COVID-19 test is positive? If your result is positive, please do not panic. Many people who have the infection will show mild symptoms and they can recover quickly with just supportive care. And most of the cases recorded till date in Nigeria are mild to moderate and are clinically stable. What do I do if my COVID-19 test is negative? If your result is negative, it means that you are not infected at the time your sample was taken. However, it is still possible to get infected. Therefore, you should continue to practice social distancing. Wash your hands with soap and running water all the time. Use alcohol-based hand rub frequently and clean your environment all the time. Should I come to the Nigeria Center for Disease Control to get tested?
Welcome back. And now to global news. The World Health Organization warns that the coronavirus pandemic is far from over, as the global health crisis forces some countries to temporarily stop vaccinations for other deadly diseases. The Director General of the WHO, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, on Monday during a press conference at the agency's Geneva headquarters, said at least 21 countries have reported vaccine shortages as a result of coronavirus travel restrictions, noting that this could lead to the deaths of children. The Director General added that the 14 vaccination campaigns that would have immunized more than 13 million people for diseases such as polio, measles, cholera, human papillomavirus, yellow fever, and meningitis have been postponed. The health agency warned earlier this month that more than 100 million children around the world are at risk of missing out on measles vaccinations this year due to the coronavirus crisis, while urging members of the agency to ensure vaccination programs are fully funded. Ghebreyesus pointed out that the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization will need $7.4 billion to immunize 300 million children with 18 vaccines by 2025. And on COVID-19, the WHO boss expressed the agency's concern that deaths are underreported in Africa, Eastern Europe, Latin America, and some Asian countries due to low testing capacity. According to data from the Johns Hopkins University, more than 3 million coronavirus cases with 210,000 related deaths have been confirmed worldwide since the outbreak began late last year. Meanwhile, the U.S. state of Missouri will lift restrictions on businesses on the 4th of May, following a new plan put in place by Governor Mike Parson. In a news conference this Monday, Governor Mike Parson said the state's plan is working as healthcare systems are no longer overwhelmed. He, however, explained that under the new plan, any business will be able to reopen as long as 6 feet of social distancing can be maintained. Indoor retail businesses will also now have to limit the number of customers to not more than 25% of normal capacity. Local communities will be allowed to have stricter rules if they choose. According to Johns Hopkins University, Missouri has recorded at least 7,305 coronavirus cases and 343 deaths. In Japan, the health ministry reported 191 new coronavirus cases and 25 deaths across the country this Monday, bringing the total number of infections to 14,288, including 389 deaths. The total includes 712 cases and 13 deaths linked to the Diamond Princess cruise ship. The number of confirmed cases spiked in the last month, dashing hopes that the government's initial virus response had succeeded in controlling its spread. Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie Lam announced that civil servants will return to work and public services will resume next Monday. The government will also begin loosening some strict measures after the city reported no new confirmed cases of coronavirus for the fourth time in 8 days this Monday. Carrie added that most civil servants will return to work except staff at public schools. Public services will resume normal office hours, including receptions, registrations, and inquiry services. Public facilities such as libraries, playgrounds, and museums will also be open, but under the limitation of a ban which prohibits more than 4 people in a group. As kids in China return to school, they're using their heads to practice social distancing with the use of white hats. According to the South China Morning Post, grade school students in the East End Hangzhou area are fashioning white hats made from materials including balloons to keep others at least 3 feet away. The Education University of Hong Kong explained to newsmen that as children can see and feel these hats, and when the wings hit one another, they may be more able to understand the expectations and remember to keep their physical distance. Conservative New Yorkers this Monday say they trust Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York more than President Trump to make a decision to reopen the state in a poll released on Monday. The Siena College Research Institute poll found that 57% of New Yorkers who identify as conservatives prefer the governor to decide when the state reopens, while 34% of conservatives would rather Trump make that call. Out of Republicans, 56% favor Cuomo and 34% favor Trump to make the decision. In total, 78% of New York respondents say Cuomo could decide to reopen the state after it had been hit by a coronavirus pandemic, while only a total of 16% believe the decision should fall to President Donald Trump. And that's it on 84 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.84tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at 84 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at 84 TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Adirayo Senami.